This thing is, every time I pull out this, it just is so pretty. Hey, Michael. How are you? It's been a while since we've chatted. I am... Music is do that. Oh, I knew that. I turned it up a little bit. Ooh, how was it? Visiting your home, your parents, your family? Just visiting? There we go, there we go. I got this set up pretty well. My hater would not be happy though. I did them both on camera. Well, oh, that sounds very nice. Hello, everybody. This is how the lives go. Set up for 10 minutes. Whee! Like I said, like the title says, I have been quarantined. Oh, you can see Dylan's game. Dylan's playing Mario. I don't know video games. Here, I got everything set and now I'm gonna move it. There we go. I'm hoping it was a nice time. Did you have a nice time with your family? I should do a very, very specific video that is how I make it easier for myself to start and end threads on high count fabric. Because I just watched somebody's floss tube, a new floss tuber, who's like, I'm starting to stitch on 32 count, and it's hard for me to start and end my threads. And I stitch in a way that makes it really easy for me. And I've known this technique of stitching for a long, long time. It's using like a continental stitch on the back. Or like, I need to like actually get the correct terminology so when I recommend this to people, that I can show them specifically or tell them specifically. Because it's not how everybody told you to stitch. Because it does use a little bit more thread. How is everybody? Do I have more people than than Michael in the chat? I'm sure I do. Good morning. We caught COVID. I was feeling symptoms on Sunday, but I thought that it was maybe just dehydration. Because like my throat was just a little scratchy. And then Monday morning, I felt like very tired. And so I just was like, okay, if I tell my principal I'll be later than usual, I'll just take a quick nap. And you know how sometimes like a quick nap can just snap you out of whatever you were feeling? Because I had gotten a little warm from sleeping. I think we need to change our blanket. And then, so I went into work on Monday, and then I still was feeling symptoms, and I was like, oh no. So I took a test, and sure enough. Hey, Kristen. Oh, no worries. Thank you. This is an inherited whip. I got this from Karen the Needlebug, and she sent it to me because she no longer, well, when she tries to stitch on fabric above 22 count, like if she tries to stitch smaller than that, she gets blurry vision. So she sent me all of her fabric that is 36 count and above. And it was a lot. Like, I've been giving away tiny stitching kits. Whoops. And she was like, I have a whip that's on 36 count. Do you want it? And I was like, sure. And she was like, it's the long dog. And I was like, oh, I haven't done a long dog. And she sent it with all the floss that she had gotten. This is Soie Surfine. Soie. And Surfine is like the finest they have. It's classified as a 120/2, which the higher the number, when you're talking about threads, the higher the number, the smaller the thread is. So this is an embroidery floss, and it's 130/2. That means, I'm not quite sure what the 130 means, 130 weight, but 2/2 means two, not 2 ply, but like 2 lobed, and then they're twisted together. A lot of their other ones are 3. And this is their smallest one. But sewing thread, for some reason, hey, for sewing thread, oops, for some reason the classifications are different, like embroidery thread and sewing thread. This is an embroidery thread, and it's pretty small, but my sewing thread that is 100 weight is smaller. Yeah. So the one on the left is the embroidery 130/2, and the one on the right is a sewing floss 100/2. So they're about the same, or this one is a little smaller. I don't know why they did that. Probably because like different companies were like, we're an embroidery floss, we're a sewing floss. Because I guess on average embroidery and needlepoint uses more cotton and silk. More cotton at least. And more varieties of silk, I would say. I don't know. But then sewing thread, like I have some that's polyester. It's not very fun. It's not like the best to stitch with, but I do stitch with it. I love this color too. I don't know if it's showing up as well on camera as it is in person, but it's just like, when you think of green, it's green. It is a true green. Your last reel was really funny, Ashley. See, I feel like I'm pretty much over it, and I haven't been taking medicine for a couple days, but Dylan is like getting worse. So we tried to isolate. I tested positive on Monday, and he picked up some tests because he was in DC, and he tested Monday night as well, and he was negative. So we tried to isolate on Tuesday, meaning, we have a 1-bedroom apartment, and the bathroom is in the bedroom. So we tried to, I stayed out here, and when we were in the same room, we put our masks on. But Wednesday morning, he tested positive. So we've been isolating. And it just seems like it's kind of, people have gotten really, either we know more, way more, and we don't have to isolate as long as we did before. I don't know. I feel like since I hadn't gotten it yet, I didn't really learn, what the process was, what you're supposed to do when you get it. But I was emailing with, I reported it to the Maryland Department of Health. No, I don't. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me your address back. Let me write that down so I don't forget. I'm hoping the person who I was in the Great Twitch burb migration with, I hope they got my burb. Yeah, give me your address and I'll give you mine. Do you want a tiny stitching kit? We got a scale, like a kitchen scale, and so now I can send packages without having to go to the post office and stand in line. And that's good because I've been collecting so when I get a package, I don't throw away the packaging. I keep it so I can use it, and I have a lot of empty envelopes to use. I guess if I start sending people stuff, then they might send me more stuff. Oh. Well, that's okay. Dylan will be here. I really need to, oh shoot. No, that's right. Oh. I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. I really need to, when I go to Iowa, I need to figure out if I can give that address to people. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I'm leaving for a month and a half. Should I bring my tiny stitching kits with me so I can send them? Maybe I should make a whole bunch of them. I don't know. Hero. My cousin suggested an app for me and I downloaded it and I don't remember what it was. Or I made an account, a shipping account. I don't remember what it was. I'll have to ask her. Oops, I decided I wanted to go differently. That's okay. This is really cool too. Like, Karen had done up to here, so I added this and I added this stuff on this side, like this little sprig, and I added this. And it's really fun to like work on a symmetrical motif that somebody else has done half of. Isn't that fun? Especially Karen. Oh! Yes, fancy. I got the smallest mailer that I've gotten yesterday. The toast and needle minder came in it. But look at how small it was. It's so small. Where are you, Toast? Here's Toast. This is a heavy-duty needle minder. So, something that I don't really understand is people who are like adamant that they only cross their X's a certain way. I don't get that. Like, why don't you just do it per project? Like, just, if you want to do it differently on the next project, do it differently on the next project. And whatever, if you don't want to do it differently, that's fine. But you don't have to be, like, stuck doing it a certain way. So when I got this whip, I was like, okay, I'll just stitch the same way that Karen did. And it's opposite than what I usually do. So my default, I have a default, but then, excuse me, but then I change stitching styles kind of a lot. Because some projects I stitch with this continental-ish type way, and then some projects I stitch the normal way, where you where on the back of your stitches they're straight up and down instead of diagonal. So let me see if I can kind of try to explain this. So the parts that are darker are where I have stitched. So like you can see that Karen, she went the path of least resistance on these stitches, right? So they're not like, she's not using a lot of floss, or she's using the minimal amount of floss. But mine, like I stitch in a way that like uses more floss. Can you see that? I can demonstrate if anybody's super duper curious about this. And part of it, like, I learned to stitch the way that I do when I was quite young. Like my sister started stitching that way without any prompting, I don't think, like without any learning about it. She just thought it would make the stitches look neater. Because it holds your X in more of an X rather than if you stitch with the path of least resistance, your X is going to be like pulled in a different way. I don't know if I'm explaining that in a way that makes sense. Susie? Yeah, do it the way that makes you happy, exactly. And actually the way that like my sister did it and the way that I learned, or a new way that I learned, because I did it like everybody taught me to. And then my sister did it that way, and I was like, I will never stitch any other way. And then I was like, oh, I'm not really thinking about this very well, because on Ada it doesn't matter as much. because the Aida is structured and it holds your stitches fine. But then on Evenweave, like if you're trying to stitch over one and you stitch the path of least resistance, I think Karen recently put out a video on this. Like, you want to make sure that your stitches won't slip, or, you know, if it matters to you, you don't want your stitches to slip. And then a way to avoid slipping your stitches is to bring your thread over more than one fabric thread. Bring your floss over more than one fabric thread. And then it won't slip under. And there are other things too. But there's so many factors, like the size of your floss, the softness of your fabric, the thickness of your fabric, how big the holes are. There's so many factors that make your stitches sit on the fabric. So, you know, you can try these methods as much as you want, but your stitches are going to sit how your stitches are going to sit, and it might be different for your next piece of fabric or your next floss. And it was couching? Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about some... Oh, I think Karen talks about this when she's doing her videos. She's like, now, these are techniques and these are the names for them, and maybe you actually have been doing this, but you just never used a name for it. Right? Something feels wrong here. Something is wrong. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Ugh. We'll see how I can fix this. I made kind of a big mistake. 4 extra stitches. There we go. I don't know how I did that. I mean, I was talking, so. One, two, three. And just like that, that's totally true though about pretty much anything. Like, you might know something about it and somebody else might have a name for it. Well, you started stitching fairly recently, right? Yeah. This is such a meditative stitch. Like monochromatic pieces, you're just kind of like zoning in, zoning out. zoning in to zone out. So I'm not like super good at falling asleep. And I have some bedtime habits that I've not changed yet, but I know they should change. And looking at my phone is one of those things. But I laid in bed last night and I looked at scissors kits for an hour. Like, not like only scissors, like kits of scissors, but like embroidery kits that include scissors but have other tools. And I bought one of these kits a year and a half ago, and it had, I don't know why I bought it. I think maybe it was because I was looking for a needle case. And it came with these items. So, scissors. And these are like my favorite scissors. So, I didn't buy it for the scissors. I think I bought it for the needle case. But this is a sturdy needle case. And then this awl, which works so well as a laying tool. If you watch a synth, one of my lives that I'm stitching on the synthesizer pattern, I'm using this and it works so well. And then whatever this thing is, like, I don't know what you use that for. But I bought this a while ago, and then I went on Amazon and I was like, I want more tiny scissors. Some more miniature scissors. Because I got these from Amazon. And then I discovered that the company that I was buying these from is the same company that made this. And they have like every imaginable combination of items. So they have 6-piece sets and 7-piece sets and 5-piece sets and then like some of them come with 2 pairs of scissors and some of them come with 1, but then they're only available in these colors, and I was just like looking and I was like convincing myself that I need another set. Because I need different colors. But I don't, like, I just want them. And then I was like, oh, probably. Oops. And then I was like, oh, and then I can have a laying tool that's a different color. I don't need another set, but I want another set. And they're not inexpensive, but they're not like ultra expensive. You get a few items. But I don't know. I had the self-control to not buy it at 1 in the morning. I sure wanted to. Then I don't have to hunt. See, I only stitch right here. So like I don't put a lot of things in my project bags. And I do, like, I have my favorite scissors that I like to use for pretty much everything. But right? I hate it. And then like the the set that I ended up being like, okay, if I get it, I'll get this set. Comes with a little box. Comes with a little tin, and it's not like I need any more of those. Hang on, give me a second. I need to blow my nose. Oh, I never really finished my quarantine story. So I reported it to the Maryland Department of Health, and they would send me a questionnaire every day in my email. And they were like, have you been feeling feverish? Which I never did. No. Have you taken any cold medicine or Tylenol or Advil? Yes. Okay, continue to isolate. And then the day that I was like, no, I don't feel feverish. No, I haven't taken any medicine. They were like, okay, you don't have to isolate anymore. Wear a mask. And I'm like, what? That can't be right. Yeah, consumerism is so dangerous because I didn't only look on Amazon, I looked on Etsy, and I found this shop that has lots of different kinds of scissors that are really cute. And then Etsy is like, hey, it's free shipping eligible if you spend $35. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I better look for other items that I don't necessarily need. Oh, that's super cute. Okay, let me add these all to my favorites. And, thankfully I'm not like super impulsive when it comes to actually buying stuff, but looking at it is just maybe part of the problem. Because I was favoriting stuff and then I was like, oh, I have to make sure I favorite $35 worth of stuff. Oh, but they have more pairs of scissors. I'm learning self-control all over again. Look, Mom and Dad. Yeah, I guess. That makes sense. But what was kind of alarming was that, like, they weren't asking, has anyone in your household tested positive? Maybe I had checked no when I filled out the form. And then it changed like a day later. So maybe they didn't. Maybe they like. I guess maybe they're not allowed to ask how many people are in your household. That's only the census that can ask that. Okay, I need to mark off some stitches. What is everybody working on this morning? This afternoon? This time zone? That was an interesting end. Oh my gosh, it's already been an hour. Is that real? Almost an hour? Wow, I have been zoning out. The universe is hypnotizing us. Yeah. Yes. Aren't they adorable? And isn't it hard? I started a Quirky Quaker, the Quirky Quaker Pride flag on 56 count, and I started it on a scrap, and I'm like, I'm missing a tension or like a hoop or something. It's really hard, especially if you're trying to do like something full coverage. One, two. We're going down the handle. This is the great thing about Soie Surfine. I've stitched close to 100 stitches already and I haven't rethreaded my needle. Clover. I don't think so. I don't think I've tried a hoop from clover. Let me Google it so I know what it looks like. Oh, that looks fancy. How does it even work? You stick it in there and then you twist it and it tightens? Wow. Yeah. Here's what it looks like, everybody. It like doesn't have a thing for your thread to get caught on. Seven-inch, 4-inch. I hate that. The first thing I clicked on was Amazon. Cool. Yeah, those look good. Lots of people like are starting to get nerd hoops, which are these ones, and they tighten really easily. I like this because it's square. Sorry for my mouth noises. I just kind of watch where I'm pulling to with my thread. If I keep getting it stuck, I'm like, okay, I need to change the way that I'm pulling the thread. 8. Hopefully this thing is symmetrical. Hey, Elaine. Chicken. Make sure it's an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. How are you, Elaine? Late afternoon, evening for you? Actually, probably right now it's evening. Oh, 4 p.m. This is the Long Dog Samplers Legal High. And I'm stitching it on 36 count over 1 with Soie Surfine silk, which is teeny tiny. And the coverage is like, it's not very full coverage. It's kind of nice. I don't mind it. This is an inherited whip from Karen the Needlebug. Oh yeah. The song kind of sounds like Mississippi Queen. You know what I mean. Mississippi Queen. $125 stitches, and I have not rethreaded my needle. That's kind of the danger of Kaylee working with a really nice silk that doesn't really knot. I'll just go to town and take a really long strand. That it is. I mean, I only flipped over my project because I had made a mistake. And if I hadn't made a mistake... we would have been fine. It's a good song. Oh yeah. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Da. Ooh, ooh. Doo, 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 doo. Oh, oh, oh. I got these little jars at Joanne, and now I'm using them for like specific projects. So this is my Legal High Ort jar. It's very cute. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Let me put my Discord in the chat. Dude. And we can just ask. Okay, what do you need? What opinion do you need? Is it about this? That's so cute. Hang on. I can't see the chat. Hey. Hey, Helen. Oh. The question is, everybody, which skull backstitch looks better? I think that's one option. Oh, and here's option 2. Black. I agree. One or two. One or two. One or two. Or do they look about the same? If you go to a yearly eye appointment, you know. One or two. Yeah, I like the second option, black. Okay, so, oops, wrong one. So Helen just popped into the chat. Everybody say hello to Helen, the Ditty Stitcher. And she just, did you start it or did you just share it? A pattern that I have had for a while. And by a while, I mean like a year. I know. I know, I came in late to pattern collecting. But I have the pattern, and now I want to stitch it because she's stitching it. And I think it's Erin 2 Martini Stitcher who also is stitching it. Hang on, I'll show you in a second. Let me get this set up. La 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 la. Oh. Oh no. My long threads are getting caught. Here we go for another 140 stitches. Okay, let me show y'all what we're talking about. And then we'll explore some options. Maybe y'all can help me plan, because I've this one has been in the back of my mind for the whole year, I guess. Yeah, we'll be the late Sing a Sampler Sal people. We're singing the second verse of the Sal. Same song, second verse. Okay, this is the pattern. Sing a Sampler. And it's a set of 4. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. So you can finish it many different ways, and we're just gonna go ahead and go to Instagram and the Sing a Sampler Sal. We'll take a little break from stitching. Stretch. Stretch. Oh, there's your address. Okay. Here's my Instagram. Did they do it, Sal? Sing a Sampler? Sing a Sampler. Wait, is this yours? Yeah, it is yours. So here's Helen's start. Isn't that cute? I need to bring this over here so I can see the chat. We're stitching it in the round, exactly. We're the second one. Who else is stitching it? Oh, I'm following them, good. Oh, they're 48 weeks ago. Am I doing... Oh, these are top posts, okay. So some people stitch it all the way across. Some people have done it top and bottom, like 2 patterns on the top, 2 on the bottom. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. I think I'll do it the straight line. But see, some people do it this way, on the top and on the bottom. And this is the conversion. Oh, cute! Look at how cute that is. I play it out of those books, out of those piano books. But there, I can't remember, was it, somebody made a conversion for it that's like colorful, red, orange, yellow. And I'm gonna do that because I'm a music teacher, so duh. Banana Stitcher. Jan Hicks, that's who it was. But some of these colors are incorrect. So it has to be red, orange, yellow, light green, dark green, purple, pink, red. Because I'm an elementary music teacher. Notes have colors. And everything in my classroom is color-coded like that. But I can't decide, like, what fabric I want to stitch it on. It would be adorable if it was small. So I was thinking 40 count. But then my Tudor silk, I don't know if I have those colors. And do I go for, like... Yeah, I do go for the bright color of it. I think I'll just do, like, a straight-up color conversion. The question is then, should I just put it on white? Or I could expand my collection of Soie Surfine. Even though I don't need to. See, these colors are almost what they're supposed to be. The only one is Soul. That's supposed to be dark green. Dude, that's really good. Oh, look at that. That's really clever. This has got to be on 40 count, right? I've got to do it on 40 count. Hey, Nathy. I have to, right? And then the question is, I could, you know what I could do is I could just do the border and the solfege in DMC, bright DMC, and then do the rest in Tudor Silk. Because I might actually have the color, like comparable colors in Tudor Silk already. I kind of really like this, where it's like super bright like that. Should I just do it on white? See, blue would be nice, but I don't think I have any 40 count blue. .40 count. I love 40 count. I want to do it over one. See, this must be like... Oh, they converted. Oh, see, I have to be this organized. This is so cheeky. Silver Creek samplers. Why would you make this pattern? Or was it a stitch along where they released a part? Why wouldn't they just like start printing this as a full thing? Like make it a whole, release it as a whole set, you know? I had to buy 4 different patterns for this. Oh no, I want to start it now. I want to start it immediately. Look at the twilight. This looks like somebody that I need to follow. Oh, this was 265 weeks ago. But look, Spartan Stitcher liked it. Okay, well, now this is what I want to do. Wait, Nathi, are you like scrolling through the chat? Is that how you knew to go to Discord? Okay, don't start scrolling on Instagram because you'll never stop. Oops. I started 4? Has it really been 4? Oh, resist the urge. Never mind. I was like, I started 4? I've started 1, but I started Move Forward in May. And the one that I've started is super small. You were so sneaky. Well, now this is what I want to do. I'm gonna do this. No. I can't plan it. I can't plan it with a... I guess I could. Do you all want to help me do a color conversion? Do y'all want to help me? I'm too excited. Because now I know that I can have a new start and a new project to work on in Iowa. Not that I don't have enough to work on. Oh, that's a good idea. To start with the rainbow. I should start. Should I start right now on stream? Another stream start? Hashtag stream start. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Okay. I feel peer pressured, but that's fine. And you know what? It's actually reasonable for me to be like, no, Kaylee, you have to finish the strand of floss that you're working on. Because it's way too long. See, this is how I justify my madness. Stream new start. New stream start. Okay, let's just say that I have to finish all the crosses that I have uncrossed here. Only because I asked. I mean, I hope y'all are excited to plan this with me. Get excited, people. Yeah, we'll do it. They made me start. I can't blame you for everything. All I can do is say thank you for the inspiration, right? That would be unfair to blame you. Oh. You know what this is gonna make me do? It's gonna make me go to all the music-themed needle minders that I have in my favorites and be like, okay, now I can buy these. Because I have a music-themed whip. Now I can buy some music-themed needle minders. I'm not blaming, I'm giving credit. Exactly! FlossTube deserves all the credit. You know what's funny? I was watching somebody new yesterday, and I'm not gonna say who, because I feel like it sounds like a negative thing. And it doesn't really matter. But I was watching them, and they were like, oh, I've been watching FlossTube for a while. I started stitching recently. And they did a whip parade for their first video, and I guess that might narrow it down, but whatever. As they were showing their whips, I was like, oh, I know who this person was watching. Probably because I was watching the same people, but I saw the pattern of inspiration from the group of YouTuber, or the group of FlossTubers that I had watched, and seeing what they were stitching, and I was like, oh, this person, I think, got inspired by those people. I need a more appropriate needle minder. I don't even think I've gotten a music needle minder. I don't think I have one. It is a small community. I mean, it's getting bigger, but I guess I could say the same thing. FOMO is so real. I mean, I could say the same thing for, like, my group of FlossTubers that I watch. Like, it's a little surprising that you don't see Ladyman in my rotation, or Thirza, or although I am discovering, like, the traditional, like, reproduction samplers. I don't really know if I like them. I guess I need to stitch one before I broadcast that opinion. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah. I need to embrace that our styles are a lot different, because slightly or a lot different. Like, I really enjoy watching people who stitch samplers. Or, like, I don't know who to attribute this style to, but probably maybe like Jody, Trixie Tricycle, or Betsy. Like, Betsy does not stitch things that I am drawn to at all. Like, at all. But I love Betsy, you know? But then there are those designers that seem to just, like, design things that everybody likes. And it seems to be, like, geometric or monochromatic. Like, Long Dog, I don't know if there's, well, yes, there is. But you might have to look for a few minutes to find somebody who would not be willing to stitch a Long Dog. Right? Anybody could find. A lot of people not anybody, I won't say anybody, because it's not everybody's taste, but a lot of stitchers probably could look at the website and find something that they like. So not everybody is a full coverage stitcher, and I'm not as like extreme as some stitchers. I have 4 or 5 full coverage, but I'm not as like exclusively full coverage as some people are. Ah! I want to do this leaf. I mean, long dogs are huge. So it is a big commitment, and I probably would not have chosen this one on my own. Like, I wouldn't have chosen to stitch this one. I would have chosen to stitch one that's, like, more dense, I think. Like, I wouldn't have chosen one with so much white space, but, I mean, I love it. Okay, I'm really sorry. I know I said that I would cross all the ones that I had going, but I want to stitch this little guy over here before I stop, so that I can just start on the vase when I get back to this. I need to put together a list of what I need to do this week, because I only have 3 days of school, and from that list see what I can have the kids help me with. It's so weird to have, like, not been at school for 4 days. Like, it feels so weird. It feels like I already started my vacation. My summer break. Yeah. Totally, Helen, like, and you said, I think you said this in your video, but I stay mostly for the person. And when I'm watching people, or like when I'm watching somebody new, that's what I look for, is how much of yourself do you show me? And people who strictly show cross stitch, I don't know, I have a harder time watching them regularly. But people who talk about themselves, and I like what they talk about, I'm more likely to come back. Unless it's somebody that I started watching, like, before I started interacting with the community. Like, there are a couple people that I still watch kind of out of... Oof, this is gonna sound negative. Like, there's people that I watch who I, like, don't interact with, and also don't really, like, have any desire to interact with them. You know what I mean? But I still watch them because, like, I started watching them a long time ago. Like, there's one... should I spill the tea? I'm not gonna name any names, because that's rude. And it doesn't really matter. There's somebody that I watch that once shared something that I just did not agree with. And it was kind of political. And ever since then, I just, like, every time I click on their video, I'm like, do I really? I think this discussion is indication I don't need to watch that person anymore. Thanks for talking me through that. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. And it's not like... it's not like I think that person deserves to be deplatformed or... like, I'm never gonna watch them again, or they never... like, it wasn't that offensive. It was just like, But I'm also sure that that person probably wouldn't, I mean, A, they wouldn't notice I was gone, not watching. So it's, like, not really a big deal. Yeah. You never stopped watching. Yeah, right? Like there are plenty of other people, and we're adding to the list of people who, you know, my values are lining up with. Ah, that's a good idea, Ashley. Okay. When I pick this back up, I can start in on the vase. Boom, boom, boom. Woohoo! I stitched 218. Not every person is for everyone, exactly. Okay, everybody. So here's my, I started doing a line a day. Hey, Teresa. A line a day on Cirque de Caro. Here, let me take this away. We're doing a little planning right now because your girl just got inspired to do a new start. So here's how far I've gotten. And I actually don't have to do a line every day, like a strand every day, because I have to stitch 43 stitches as of June 5th or so. 43 stitches a day. And I'll finish by April 30th or whatever. But some of these are 83 stitches a day, 64. So a strand, like, I can do 86, up to 86. It looks like that's the most. 83. I don't know, maybe I'll just like not do weekends or something like that. But I'm keeping track on here. And then every month I'm doing days remaining, 304, so that I can calculate how many stitches I need. Keeping track of how many per week I stitch, how many total per thing. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Strand a day. Yeah, I do. I've been doing it, well, I missed 2 days this week. I missed 2 days, but I give myself, you know, I can miss a couple days because I only have to do 43. As of now. And then every month I'm gonna recalculate it so that I know, like, if I need to adjust it. Like a strand every other day. Okay, so sing a sampler. We're planning. So organized. Look at that. I used to marvel at people who are so organized, and now, like, I'm like, it's kind of a necessity on some things to be organized, because if I have a goal on that to finish by next May, then, you know, I can organize. It's kind of a necessity to be organized with once you have a lot of whips. And also keeping track of everything. Like, I recently put all of my whips in a spreadsheet because I had them in single pages in this notebook. And that's fine, you know, that works. But then I'm like, now I have to save this paper. Like, I have to keep this paper. I was like, why don't you just let the computer save it for me? I still keep track of my daily stitches in here because, and I take floss tube notes in here. But, like, I mean, I do transfer this to the computer, but it's easier for me to have the notebook open there instead of, like, I don't know, opening. The less steps, the better, right? Okay. Sing a sampler, sing a sampler, sing a sampler, sampler, sampler. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do they have the same? Oh, good. They have the same symbols for each color. And they have this design area. 383 by 73. So we need first our calculator, if we're stitching this on 40 count. 383 divided by 40. We need 9.5 inches long by 2. Oh, it's gonna be so cute! 2 inches high. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be like this high. Oh, I'm starting my do re mi fa so pattern. I got inspired. What? Okay, you don't have to whisper.
I barely have a voice anymore.
Oh. Dylan's really getting the COVID. Okay, so now how do I want to do this? I just think I want to make a floss list. So we'll go one at a time. The most upscale cross-stitch design yet. I think I've laughed about that on a floss tube before. The most upscale. Okay, so we have this symbol. Actually, you know how we want to do this? We want to do charted. Symbol. And then sub. This is what we're gonna sub it with. Now, are there any of these? Nah. I'm so excited. So. Gentle art. Grecian gold. Gentle arch. 1110 sable. I don't have any gentle arts. I don't have any Weeks Dye Works. Oop. Gentle Art 7078 Endive. What is that color? Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can sub from Stash. I'm not gonna buy these. Mostly because I know that I want to do this on 40 count, and these probably wouldn't work. What the heck is a sarsaparilla? What is that? I'm so bad at drawing stars. I'm not used to drawing stars as an adult. I drew them a lot as a kid. Summer shower, summer meadow. Oh! Sarsaparilla. I guess maybe I've heard that. It's amazing that once you start making substitutions, okay, in my experience, I need to start saying that. For me, in my experience, once I started making substitutions, like now I'm like, no big deal. I can make a substitution. I can make a conversion. But like I used to watch people and they would say, like, I did a conversion, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like so much work. 8. Okay, good. Star 8. We got a new one. Well, I know I have a deep forest green. That's for sure. I have a couple of them. Calamity Jane. Wait, this one is in the bag differently than all of them, and it's driving me nuts. I don't even remember where I got this. It was probably 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Oh goodness, these are all new colors. Michael, your navy is in this. Oh, yeah. You want some sarsaparilla? Sarsaparilla. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of colors. Pebble. Last one. C plus J Oh, cool. Okay, now. We might have to change this. This is actually spelled S-O-L. Soul. I think it might be interchangeable. Okay, so DMC. Excuse me. I mean, 666 is the really bright red. I need different lighting in here. Okay, so my this is my color palette for the sorry. This is my color palette for the notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And however that looks on your screen, take out your DMC and play along with me. See, I don't really feel like I'm very good at colors, like finding a color that'll work, or like feeling confident in it. 321. Do you just gotta like pull them out and see how well they go together? I mean, 307 is obviously yellow. Although, Jacob picked a good one too. But I have a crap ton of 307. What is the difference between those? I actually like Jacob's better, 973. We need a pencil. Ah! You're so helpful. That's so sweet. of you. 606. Oh, that's really... No, it needs to be true red. That's too orange. Although 608 is a nice orange. I mean, where's Leo and Roxy when you need them? Where's the rainbow pack when you need it? Oh my gosh. What? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as they look good together. Hey, Jasmine. Yeah, I stream on Sundays, and I forgot to send you pictures. Okay, pause on the rainbow for a sec. Here's what I have for pink, Jasmine. How's that? And teal. Oh, look, they're right next to each other. Do you want those two colors? That's kind of all I have. I mean, I have this, but that's like variegated. Oh, here's another teal. Ooh, that one's pretty. And then I have Ymir pink. Maybe I'll just send you a strand of everything. Oh, pff, thanks. I was like, I can see it, but I was looking in my camera, so I can send you some of this. Or this is Ymir's. Here's a teal. That's really pretty, right? Here's a pink. And teal. That's what you wanted, right? Oh, look at this orange pumpkin. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're focusing on the rainbow. That will be stitched half stitch because it's on 40 count. I'm getting so distracted. Okay. $9.70. Oh, I think I kind of like that one actually. Dude. Just trust Jacob. Okay, so 307 is out. I think. Even though I have a crap ton of it. I think I like... It doesn't have to be the same, no. You might be right. We'll go for a bright color palette. We need like a dark green. Like really deep forest green. I guess pretty vibrant, huh? I know this is the light green. Dark green. Bottom. Look at you just showing me everything. Okay, we got to the end of a page. We're gonna have to be done after this because I smell some mac and cheese, I think. What's that orange 947? See, I saw that one. That one's really bright. Well, both of these are really bright. Oh, you're so right. 947. $7.40. There's so many different colors. I'm getting overwhelmed. I can't decide. Maybe we do want 307. I want this. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. 947. 910. I don't know if I have 910. I could be missing one. Okay, focus. We need dark, dark purple. Oh, that's your temperature rainbow. That's so good. $5.50. I think I might want a darker red. Than 666. Ah, get out of here. I only have a week left here. In fact, next Sunday I won't be on here. I think, because isn't Sunday the 19th? Yep, I'll be in Iowa by now. Next Sunday. Purples must be hard. It's not a true rainbow. There's no blue. I think that might be it. I think this might be it, everybody. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. I think that's it. I think that's it. Boom. Picked them. No, I have to pick all the rest. Alright, I'm gonna go because I smell food. And I also am being put to work today a little bit. I have to go to the store. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for helping Nati and everybody else who helped. This was fun. And I don't know where I'll update you on where I go live. I'll probably just go live on Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, take care. I will see you soon. And have a good week. Happy stitching. Bye. That's it. Bye.